You're listening to the Holistic Lifestyle Guide podcast, the show that guides you on your holistic lifestyle journey to a healthy body, mind, and soul aligned with nature. Hello, welcome to episode number 28 of the Holistic Lifestyle Guide podcast. So, in this episode, this is going to be a continuation sort of what I started in the last episode, which was talking about experts. So, the last episode I talked about holistic health experts, which was focusing on the body and physical health. And in this episode, I'm going to talk about spiritual experts. So, these are going to be experts in spirituality, consciousness, metaphysical subjects, and things like that. So, spiritual leaders are everywhere nowadays. There are spirituality podcasts, blogs, websites, YouTube channels, and I am the kind of person that really likes to collect information. So, I try to discover all of the major ones in any subject. So it's a futile effort, but I try. But I could easily, I could record a new episode every week of spiritual experts. So I'm going to make just a few in this one because, as I said, I can't cover them all. But I've been studying spirituality and other subjects for most of my life, so I've accumulated a lot of information. Now, this is going to be about personal development too, and nature of reality, and all things that are covered under not physical health. So, the spiritual leaders on this list are mostly prominent, and you most likely will have heard of them. And no matter when you're listening to this episode, they should still be around years from now. And some of them you might not have heard of, which is what I love to do. I love to share people that other people haven't heard of, and there's a couple of them on this list. So, since there's going to be kind of a lot, and I don't have a whole lot of time to record, so we're going to start quickly. And the first one on my list is Sahara Rose. She is the host of the Highest Self podcast and also an Ayurveda expert and author. And I talk about her a lot, so you might have heard me mention her. The reason why I put her on this list is because she is into a lot of holistic health subjects. Obviously, Ayurveda is about holistic health, but she has been branching out more into spiritual things now, and she kind of talks mostly about finding your life purpose. And so I love to talk about that as much as I can because I think it's very important. So if you're trying to find your life purpose, she's got a book, and I highly recommend listening to her podcast as well. So she's just an all-around great person to listen to when it comes to holistic health and spiritual stuff. So moving on to the next one, I have a YouTube channel that I listen to it almost every day, and she's called Luninate. That's what her channel is called. She is a Reiki energy healing person, and she does ASMR videos, which is a autosensory meridian response. But that's a whole nother subject. But basically, her videos are just her giving energy healings by proxy, which means she does them in front of the camera, and you benefit from them just by watching. So she's filled with knowledge, and she's extremely helpful in guiding you towards spiritual and emotional healing. So I often end my days by meditating to her videos. I'll just let them play, and the ASMR relaxes you, and then the information that she shares is just amazing. So she's another one that I love. And I will leave links down in the show notes for these, so you can just go there and click on them. You don't have to try to search. The next one on my list is Michael Neal. He is an author, speaker, and coach. He's one of the best coaches in the world on human transformation. He is an amazing guy to listen to. His voice is very soothing. Everything he says is profound. I just love him, so he is someone that you must check out. The next one on this list is a website called Hay House. So you might have heard of this. This was a website publisher, actually, a book publisher, started by Louise Hay back in 1987. So this website publishes all kinds of products to help people grow in body, mind, and spirit. They are one of the leaders in the area of spirituality. They offer courses and books and many other products that educate, inspire, and empower individuals seeking personal transformation. Another great website and channel is Gaia TV. They used to be called Gaia TV anyway. Now they just go by Gaia. This is a paid streaming channel, but it's worth it. It is so worth it. This is the only streaming channel that I subscribe to. They have the largest collection of consciousness expanding videos. They have many series hosted by many of the experts that I talk about in this episode. There's something for everyone. They talk about consciousness, ancient teachings, yoga, spiritual growth, alternative healing, personal development, and secret knowledge. So those a lot of amazing subjects there. They have short series, they have documentaries, they have films, and then I think there are some articles on their website as well. The next one on this list is someone you've probably heard of, and that is Eckhart Tolle. He is a spiritual teacher and author of the book Power of Now. This book was probably one of the books that really got me started on my spiritual journey. He's got a couple of them. So his books are bestsellers, and so I definitely recommend them to anyone who is new to spirituality because they're really good for the beginner. They're really good to help you get into the present moment and learn how to be aware of your thoughts and aware of consciousness and spiritual transformation. So definitely check out Eckhart Tolle if you haven't already. The next one on this list is actualize.org. This is a website created by Leo Gura, and I've talked about him before because I have taken his life purpose course, which is the best life purpose course ever. It's so comprehensive and in depth, and it's amazing for anyone who is struggling to find their path in life. So his website is very comprehensive. He covers all subjects from A to Z. He has a really big YouTube following, and that's where I discovered him, was on YouTube. So I listen to his videos all the time. They're kind of long. Sometimes they go about 2 hours, but then he also recently started this short video, like a snippet video deal, where he'll take the most profound moments of those long videos and publish them in short form, so that if you're not into, long videos, you can listen to the short ones. So I highly recommend that website, actualize.org, and the YouTube channel as well. The next on this list is Matt Kahn. He is a author and spiritual teacher, and his audience is mostly people that are interested in evolving and awakening. He has so many nuggets of wisdom that just make you stop and think. Like, you just have to absorb what he just said. And another reason why I like him is because he has a really calm, peaceful manner of speaking, and it makes him so easy to listen to. So he's another one that I would definitely check out. And he's a great one to listen to while you are doing yoga. I've tried that before, and it's just amazing. So the next one on this list is a website called the Shift Network. This is a great resource for anyone who loves learning about personal transformation, spirituality, and holistic health. They have summits, regular summits that are free, and they usually last, 4 or 5 days. And they also have courses by many of the prominent teachers in these areas. I took one of the courses on Ayurveda from Shift Network, and I have actually 2 of them now that I think about it. There's so many wonderful information from that website. Definitely check that out. Then the next one on my list is Greg Braden, and he might not need any introduction because he is quite popular in spiritual circles and also scientific circles. He has won many awards. He's written many books. He is among the top 100 most influential spiritual people. So where he is special is he blends science and spirituality together. And this is a very awesome spot to be in between those two, because it's kind of where I kind of hover in that area too. I'm not 100% science, but I'm also not 100% all woo-woo. That's the negative term, how people say when spiritual stuff is almost not believable, like it's not practical. but he makes it so that it's all practical and useful in this world, because we are in this world and we are also spiritual beings. So I think the best way for us to learn is in this intersection between science and spirituality. So definitely check out Greg Braden if you have not already. If you're already on Gaia's channel, he's all over that. So the next one on this list is Deepak Chopra, and you probably don't need to be told who he is either, but I will for the expert who has never heard of him, or the beginner who has never heard of him. He is a holistic health expert and author. Um, he is probably most well known for holistic health and Ayurveda. And also spirituality, so I would definitely check him out too. There's some courses on his website, and just he's so many books he's written. I can't even remember now because he's got so many books, but definitely explore his website if you want to learn more about him. The next one on my list is a sound healing expert. His name is Dr. Jeffrey Thompson. So his whole message is using sound healing for transformation and awakening and changing the world. And so his YouTube channel focuses on listening to these healing sounds, and he also gives so much information that just blows my mind. Every time I listen to him, I'm just blown away at the amount of information that he has, and it's really profound information that you've never heard anywhere else. Like, I can't think of any examples right now because there's just too many of them, but I don't know how I got to be the age that I am, and I have not known this information. It's scientific information, but it's also spiritual information. So definitely check out him. The next one on this list is an astrologer, which I don't normally advocate because astrology has not been proven to be scientifically accurate and um, factual, whatever. But there are some aspects of astrology that do have some truth to them. And this woman, her name is Pam Gregory. She talks about astrology, but also about these other subjects that don't just have to do with astrology. So she's like this little old British lady that I just love, and I wish that she was my grandma so I could like go sit on her couch with her and just listen to her talk, because she's such a sweet little lady and she has so much information about the way the world is and the how it ties into astrology. So it's not like she does these like predictive messages. She's not like those kind of people. She's more down to earth about it, and so I love her. So I've got one more on my list because I could go on forever, but I got to stop somewhere. So the last one on my list is Kyle Cease. He used to be an actor, and you might have seen him in, I want to say it was 10 Things I Hate About You back in the 90s. I might be wrong on that, but it was a similar teen comedy. And so it was so unexpected when I discovered his YouTube channel, and he's now a meditation teacher and spiritual educator. And I'm just gonna say I'm glad he's not an actor anymore because he's so amazing at what he does now. He had some sort of a spiritual awakening when he started meditating, and his life purpose now is to just share the information, the wisdom. It's not just information, this is wisdom about spiritual matters of all kinds and how to do this yourself and how to be an amazing uh, spiritual being. So I definitely recommend listening to his videos because they are so profound. Kind of goes for a lot of the people that I talked about in this episode. But another thing I wanted to mention was the reason why I like these so much is because I'm kind of an advocate of always taking in positive information. I mean, this is not about, everything is all perfect all the time. Of course, we have to focus sometimes on negative things. We have to heal, we have to work through our shadows. But when you are doing activities throughout your day, where you're not working with your mind, you're just working with your hands. Like, let's say you're doing dishes, let's say you're taking a shower, or, even doing yoga. These are great things to listen to, like podcasts, YouTube channels. And I always mention this, but it's a lot of people look down on YouTube channels because anybody can put out a YouTube video. That's true. However, you need to be discerning. You need to know who is credible. You need to know who's respectable. And I have done the work in searching for these people over the decades now that I've been listening to these channels and listening to these podcasts. I've learned who's the ones that you should listen to because they're respected all over the world, or they have a really big following that they're, and then, just listening to the information just feels right. Have you ever listened to information that just resonates with your soul? I mean, hopefully you have, because that's my favorite thing about these people that I'm sharing with you, is every single one of them has given me profound insights and just mind-blowing wisdom that makes me just stop and think. And that's what I love. That's why I love listening to these people. And so I will play these when I'm in the shower, when I'm doing dishes, when I'm driving, when I'm doing yoga. Some of them are really good for that. And I think that it's very important for us to have positive impressions. In Ayurveda, they call them impressions, but it's just positive inputs that are coming into your brain, visually and auditorily. So, is that a word? Auditorily? Audibly? So, when you're listening to things, it kind of penetrates into your subconscious after a while. Obviously, listening to something right away it might not do it, but if you just every day make it a habit to listen to this amazing information, over time it'll start to make you feel like, this wisdom it's something that connects us all. This is infinite wisdom, and we're all just tapping into it, and these experts are all just tapping into it and sharing it with us. And when we hear it and it makes sense to us and it resonates with our soul, something clicks inside, and it's magical. This is why my awakening journey has been so amazing, is because of all of these experts that I listen to that have guided me along the way. So I will end this episode now because, like I said, I could have gone on for so long with all of these experts, and it's yeah, just so much. So much great information out there. So thank you for joining me in this episode of the Holistic Lifestyle Guide podcast. Be sure to visit my website, holisticlifestyleguide.com, where you can read articles about holistic health and wellness, spiritual things, and subscribe to get freebies delivered to your inbox every Tuesday. So I'm sending you good vibes and good health, and thank you so much for listening.